Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for requesting this private tapping session that I'm getting ready to do with Holly. For those of you who've never tried EFT before, this is going to be kind of like follow the leader. We're going to do this together. I always recommend to hydrate before doing EFT and also after. Energy and water, they work well together as far as getting things flowing and unblocked. And sometimes results can be less stellar if you're dehydrated or not well enough hydrated. So that's my little pro tip before we begin. And Holly, what would you like to work on today for this particular tapping round?
I would like to go into attracting my ideal clients, high-paying clients who are ready to heal.
Okay. All right. What do you feel like are the blocks around that right now for you, or what's feeling difficult about that?
I would say what's feeling difficult is I grew up with a very lack mindset around money. And so I've had a up and down battle with attracting money.
All right. What would it mean for you to be able to have some clients that are paying what you feel like you're worth?
It'd feel peaceful and at ease.
How do you feel when you think about, like, put yourself in the situation of like being on a breakthrough call or a sales call or a face-to-face presentation of like, this is what I do, this is what it costs. Are you ready to join me? How does that like make you feel when you think about putting it out there?
Like right now in the instant, the money always gets me uncomfortable.
Okay. Is it anxiety?
I feel bad for asking people for money.
Okay. Do you feel unworthy?
I feel like I'm taking something from them.
Do you have a tendency to discount yourself?
Yes.
Um, how do you deal with feelings of like imposterism?
I do. Okay. I've come a long way, for sure. It's just, I think my biggest issue is the money, is asking for what I'm worth. I know my program has made I've had so many results in the clients and the transformation. There's still this underlying, I'm taking away and they're going to be struggle due to money.
Are people paying for it now, or are they doing what you do for less?
They pay. I had amazing results and I went through a difficult time, my own manifestations, I guess, where I thought as soon as I would start making money, people would take it away from me. And I had that happen where I got $50,000 in debt by one person and I have nothing to show for it. And so that put me back again in the lack mindset. I was doing very well.
Okay. And was that person a client?
No, it was someone personal to me.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because I know sometimes this happens a lot with coaches and healers and people that help other people, is that we often feel, I include myself in this, that basically because we're human, we feel like we like shouldn't be, like we should be able to just help people in all the ways without actually having our own problems, and that our own problems are somehow indicative of us being less helpful to others.
Oh yeah, as soon as this happened to me, I felt like how as a healer, how as a professional did I let someone basically screw me over that kind of money? My intentions were to help this person get out of their situation and it drowned me.
Okay. So if I was if I was your practitioner and I was working with you, I would definitely want to go into that situation. I don't want to make you bring that one up while we're recording something to be shared with other people, because I can sense that it's personal. But just for your own insights and breakthrough, there's healing to be done around that exact situation. It's not as difficult as you think it is. And
it's not what, sorry?
It's not as difficult as you think it is.
Oh, okay.
To heal around that.
Okay.
And that would make a huge difference in your feeling secure around money and feeling secure around allowing it to come to you, and not being afraid for it to go away. So with what you've shared, I don't know that this is so much around on attracting clients as much as it is around on releasing some things, because I think that's going to be more important for you before you move into that. See, what we didn't go into on the show is with EFT, we have to release the negative before we can start putting the positive in there. You can't just start affirming that you're attracting high paying clients or that you are, attracting people that are ready to heal if you haven't released your own resistance to healing, if you haven't released your own negative things that are underlying that. So it's refreshing because in this world of toxic positivity and everything else, we actually do get to focus on the crap that's underneath of there that needs a voice, because that's why it's stuck in our system. It has no voice. Nobody's allowing it to get into action, and it needs to come up and out so that you have room for the attraction of those clients and really laying the foundation to be able to serve them the way that you, in your heart of hearts, want to.
Perfect. So, yes, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tapping round. I'm just going to, for people that are following along, we're going to be starting on the side of the hand. This is called the karate chop point. We're going to be kind of setting things up here. So we'll be here for a little bit. And then we're going to go through a set of points, the top of the head, the eyebrow, right where the hair on the eyebrow starts in the middle, the side of the eye, underneath of the eye, underneath of the nose, underneath of the mouth, the collarbone points, and under the arm. I always get asked, does it matter which side, how many hands, all that kind of, it doesn't. You can do both eyebrow points if you want. You can do both collarbones. You can reach across for your both. It makes no difference. So please do it however you feel intuitively guided to do it. And that's the best way to do it. And what we're going to do before we start is to assess how you're feeling right now. So I'm trying to look at kind of the negative here. When you think about that feeling that you're taking away from people when you're trying to serve them, when you think about your resistance to wanting to lose money again because of whatever happened, how do you feel on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is like the most stressed out and freaked out about it, and 0 is like calm at peace? I'm not sure why we're here right now.
I have a hard time even like, I know that, to be honest, I have strep throat right now.
Okay.
I have broken out all in my face. Like, I know I'm stressed, but I feel fine. If that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I could go about my day and nobody would know. No, probably my listeners don't even know. They know that I've said that I'm under a lot of stress, but I've been under a lot of stress throughout life. So I don't even know that I can give you, I would say a 5, but I'm sure it's more.
Do you relate with the attributes of high functioning anxiety, where you just are kind of like trudging on, even though all the stuff's like going crazy on the inside?
Probably. Yes.
Okay. Or where it's like propelling your productivity, but like you're kind of feeling like on the inside.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I have a lot of anxiety. I do get it sometimes. I used to, yes. But I do a lot of Reiki on myself now, and yeah.
Okay.
I am a lot better than.
Okay. So a 5 is where you're coming in on thinking about taking things away from people and getting screwed over with money.
Let's go with an 8. When you said screwed over with money, that triggered me big time.
All right. Well, we'll work that in here. Okay. It's just a starting point. Like, sometimes people get hung up on the number. Like, don't get hung up on the number. It's just our starting point. We know if you go up, we know if you go down. That's really, at the end of the day, all that really matters. So Even though, you're going to repeat after me.
Okay. Even though
I don't like asking for what I'm worth.
I don't like asking for what I'm worth.
I feel like I'm taking things away from people.
I feel like I'm taking things away from people.
I honor the feeling and accept myself anyway.
I honor the feeling and accept myself anyways.
Even though I am so afraid to get screwed over with money again.
Even though I'm so afraid to get screwed over with money again.
And I'm worried that it's impacting the action that I'm taking.
And I'm worried that it's impacting the action that I'm taking.
I love, accept, and forgive myself.
I love, accept, and forgive myself.
Even though I've had so many beliefs about scarcity of money.
Even though I've had so many scarcity beliefs around money.
So much up and down around money.
So much up and down around money.
I honor the feelings.
I honor the feelings.
And want to accept myself anyway.
And want to accept myself anyways.
All of these money blocks.
All of these money blocks.
I feel unworthy asking for my worth.
I feel unworthy asking for my worth.
So afraid I'm going to get screwed over.
So afraid I'm going to get screwed over.
Maybe even worried that people might think I'm screwing them over.
Even worried that people might think I'm screwing them over.
That I'm taking something away from them.
That I'm taking something away from them.
Because I've had things taken away from me.
Because I've had things taken away from me.
All that money that I lost.
All that money that I lost.
It's never coming back.
It's never coming back.
And I'm really stuck on it.
And I'm really stuck on it.
Because I feel like I got so screwed over.
Because I feel like I got so screwed over.
So taken advantage of.
So taken advantage of.
And I don't want anybody else to feel that way.
And I don't want anybody else to feel that way.
Really wanting to attract some amazing high-paying clients.
I really want to attract some amazing high-paying clients.
But I am really blocking it.
But I am really blocking it.
It would feel so peaceful.
It would feel so peaceful.
To have that abundant flow of money.
To have that abundant flow of money.
Those amazing clients ready to heal.
Those amazing clients ready to heal.
But something in my nervous system is not comfortable with it.
But something in my nervous system is not comfortable with it.
Really, really uncomfortable when I think about asking people for their money.
Really uncomfortable asking people for their money.
And I know this goes back to some very early memories.
And I know this goes back to some very early memories.
And a lifelong relationship with money.
And a lifelong relationship with money.
That hasn't been ideal.
That hasn't been ideal.
Clearing these beliefs.
Clearing these beliefs.
Down to a cellular level.
Down to a cellular level.
And letting my body know.
And letting my body know.
Letting my nervous system know.
Letting my nervous system know.
Letting my brain know.
Letting my brain know.
That it is safe for me to heal these wounds.
That it is safe for me to heal these wounds.
It is safe for me to develop a new relationship with money.
It is safe for me to develop a new relationship with money.
And that while there still may be a lot of healing for me to do.
And while there still might be a lot of healing for me to do,
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
I am ready for this transformation.
I'm ready for this transformation.
And I'm ready to help others that are ready for the transformation as well.
And I'm ready to help others that are ready for this transformation as well.
I don't need to be fully healed in order to ask for my worth.
I don't need to be fully healed to ask for my worth.
Or for others to see the value in what I have to offer.
Or for others to see the value in what I have to offer.
With love, compassion, tolerance.
With love, compassion, and tolerance.
And forgiveness.
And forgiveness.
Back of the hand between your ring finger and your pinky. I call my power back into my body.
I call my power back into my body.
I am whole, complete, and powerful.
I am whole, complete, and powerful.
I'll take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just kind of ground yourself back in your body. And you can stretch. You might feel compelled to yawn or, like crack your knuckles or whatever it is. Everybody has something different they feel like doing after they're done that. Now, when you think again about your feelings about taking something away from people or being really stuck around letting somebody screw you over with the money, where do you feel like you are on that 0 to 10 scale at the moment?
I feel more relaxed.
Okay.
I do. From the 8, I would say I'm probably around a 5.
Great.
Just I can feel more grounded.
Almost in half. So what do you feel like is left for you? Like what is left of that? Is it just all of that greater healing and the circumstantial stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of forgiveness in myself. I don't know how I let it get so far or let someone take that much advantage of me.
Yeah, I really do like my intuition and gut says that's something to focus in on and really do some deeper, one-on-one work with somebody of your, choice to get through, because I think that would really, really transform things for you in a much greater way. And that's kind of where, so we've done this round and this gives your listeners a chance to, try it out. Hopefully any of you that have tried this, feel free to, email me back your numbers too. I love hearing how people shift and change. And obviously this story, this round is not exact for anyone else other than perhaps Holly, but it speaks to things that most of us have in our energy system, feelings of unworthiness, money blocks, all of those kind of things. So even if this wasn't an exact match for you as a listener, there's still things that are happening for you and clearing as you do this. And you can also go back and change the words to be a little bit more directly speaking to what your particular blocks are and get even greater unblocking through doing that. So I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to, write me with your feedback, your aha moments, breakthroughs that happen for you when you do this. And I love to hear about it. It's such a transformative technique. What resonated with you as we were doing that round, Holly?
There's something you said and I was like, I didn't realize that I felt that way, but it's like, oh, that's so obvious. When we were doing the tapping, you had said something along the lines of me not wanting my clients to feel like I'm taking advantage of them.
Gotcha. Not wanting to put them in that position that you feel like you're in because it doesn't feel safe to you and you don't want to make them feel that way.
Right. Yeah. And I didn't realize because I've been taken advantage of that I feel like they might feel like that.
You don't want to be the perpetrator.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. That's something to wrap the head around and calm the nervous system around too, for sure. Good. Well, yeah. I'm glad it delivered that aha moment. I'm glad it brought that stress down around it. It's a great time when the stress is brought down around something to do a little brainstorming about, how you like things to show up differently for you now, or what steps you might be able to take or things like that. So I encourage you to do that. I thank you for tapping with me and sharing so vulnerably about, something and allowing us to share it and everything else. I think that's awesome.
Thank you so much. I do feel a lot better, and I feel a lot of energy, and I can feel a lot of energy coming out of my feet, which is really cool right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Did you feel that kind of like that analogy that I put of like it being like a lot like kind of crazier in the beginning and then just kind of like you get that like clarity and
it's almost like the world has lifted, like it's almost like it is calming and it feels lighter.
Good.
Yeah.
That's more the natural state of who we're intended to be in this world. And the more that we can live that and feel that and follow our joy and things that feel good, the more we can bring more of the things that we want into our life. So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right?
Yes. Perfect.
Thank you, Holly.
Oh, thank you so much.